Talofa lava everybody, and warm Pacific greetings. So I'm going to kick off this conversion therapy talk because there's two issues that really concern me about this. And one of them is this. We're all going down a particular road and we're not allowed to turn around. We're not allowed to look back and we're not allowed to question. This is one of the key things, that if our child, according to this new law, if our child starts to struggle with their sexuality or with their gender, they're going to have to talk to somebody. Now, if they come and talk to us as parents, which is what we normally do, is we talk to our children, and we don't go along with the narrative by saying to the child, okay, you were born a girl, we want you to remain a girl. If we say that, we're actually going against the narrative, and that is punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment. I'm thinking to myself, how does that work? Because Pacific parents, we always talk to our children. That's our role. The role of a Pacific father is protection, provision, and guidance. So we're already in trouble as a Pacific father. The other thing that really concerns me too is it's not just parents that are not allowed to talk about this particular road that we're traveling. It's even our whaiwhiaus. It's our pastors and ministers. It's counsellors and everyone else. Could you imagine that our pastor is doing a message that is biblically based, because our faith and our Samoa is entwined. He preaches a message on it, and the next thing you know, he is in trouble because he's spoken from a biblical perspective which goes against the narrative. That whaiwhiao now is in trouble and can be arrested, charged, and can be put in prison for up to 5 years for preaching the gospel. For our Pacific people, the gospel plays a huge part in our lives, and especially for our Pacific whaiwhiaos, we hold them in high regard. So team, this is something we need to look at. I want to encourage you to have a look at the act yourself. Go online and have a nosy at what's going on, because this is something I don't think our Pacific fully understand on how it's going to impact us. I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about other bits and pieces regarding this act, but I just wanted to get this out real quick so that we can do our homework and remember. Have a look at it, and then please pass this information on to our parents, our kaumātuas, our mātuas, our older folk that don't go on social media. They need to understand what this means, because I'd hate to see any of them arrested and charged without any knowledge. Now, one other thing I want to warn you about. With this law that's being rushed through, there's a bit of talk about, parents will be safe, all good parents are going to be safe. Well, they said that also about the anti-smacking bill, and that came unstuck. Not only did it not hit the mark that they were trying to deal with, which was the child abuse, because that just got it got worse. But the other bit was that many Pacific Island parents were actually prosecuted. Now, even if they got off in court, the actual process scarred them for life. It damaged relationships between parents and the children. So let's be really, really careful moving forward on this. Right now it's before a select committee. If you have an opportunity to speak to that, because some people will have the opportunity to do an oral submission if you haven't already done a written, please keep these things in mind from a Pacific perspective. Thank you for your time. Thanks for visiting here with Pacifically Correct. I look forward to sharing a bit more with you later. Ka whai lava, Pasifika.